Home prices across Canada are down 1.2% since September and down 8.6% in the last 6 months alone. Both nationally and locally, rising interest rates have cooled the housing market. How will the housing market react if we see another rate hike on December 7th? Let's see. Roch St-Georges. I am a real estate broker here in Ottawa, helping families and individuals buy and sell real estate since 2009. The last Bank of Canada benchmark rate hike was on October 26, where we saw a 0.5% increase in the benchmark rate. The rate now stands at 3.75, up from 0.25 in January 2022. RBC's 5-year fixed mortgage rate right now is at 5.69, up from 3.19 in February. This is an increase of 78.4%. This increase makes it much more expensive for buyers to purchase a home. Looking at October figures, residential sales activity across Canada slowed by 38% year over year. Here's a graph showing in red the monthly home sales. We can see the sharp decline in sales from the peak in early 2021 and have now dipped below the 10-year monthly moving average. Looking at the latest MLS home price index from October for all of Canada, we can see home prices have come down 8.6% in the last 6 months alone. When looking at the home prices for all of Canada year over year, we see home prices are now down 0.4%. Now, if we focus on Ontario, home prices are down 2.7% year over year. Locally here in Ottawa, home prices are still up slightly. They're up 0.8% since October 2021. We will likely also be seeing negative year-over-year growth for Ottawa in the coming months with these rising interest rates. In October, inflation was still high and seems to be sticking around. In fact, last week, Statistics Canada confirmed that the Consumer Price Index rose 6.9% year over year, so it remains unchanged from September. So the Bank of Canada, as you know, aims to control CPI at roughly 2%. This means we're sitting at 3 times the CPI target rate of 2%. This seems to indicate that more rate hikes are needed to cool things down in this market. Just last month, the Bank of Canada said, given elevated inflation and inflation expectations, as well as ongoing demand pressures in the economy, the Governing Council expects that the policy interest rates will need to rise further. Now, they also said that they will continue to take action as required to achieve the 2% inflation target. Now, since the beginning of the rate hikes in March, we saw sectors that are very sensitive to rate hikes, such as the real estate sector, react quickly. And obviously, we've seen these downturn in prices. The next Bank of Canada rate hike announcement will come on December 7th, about 2 weeks from today. Some are expecting a 0.25 increase, while others like Veronica Clark at Citigroup Global Markets are expecting another 0.5% rate hike next month. With Canadian home prices down about 10% from their peak earlier this year, further rate increases will likely continue to put downward pressure on home prices across the country. How low will these prices go may just depend on how high the Bank of Canada is willing or prepared to go with their rate hikes. Other factors to consider that may affect the real estate market will be how long these high interest rates stick around and how the job market holds up in Canada. Robert Kavcik from BMO, a senior economist, believes we are about halfway done with the housing market correction. This would suggest that there's another 10% drop from these current levels, representing a total of 20% drop from their peak back in February. And although we are seeing property inventory rise slowly, we are still below 2017, 2018, and 2019 levels. This relatively low inventory is to some extent helping prop up housing prices across the country, and for the time being, limiting the drop in housing prices. Now, nationally, we are sitting at just below 4 months of inventory. Residential sales per quarter are trending down from their peak in 2020 and have now reached pre-pandemic levels. Be aware that a uptick in new listings and inventory could accelerate
and bring on larger price corrections.
On the rental side, rental prices across Canada are up 11.8% year over year, or $209 according to rentals.ca and the research firm Urban Nation. Thanks for listening. If you would like to discuss the sell, purchase, or rental of a property, please reach out to me using the information below. Now, if you like the video and want to be kept informed about the Ottawa real estate market, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Si vous aimeriez discuter d'achat, de vente ou bien de location de propriété, mes coordonnées sont à l'écran. Thank you so much. Merci. Ciao.